Hi guys, today we're going to be making a potato salad. Now I have started dicing up potatoes here, and I have still potatoes left over, so they're here. So we're going to dice those up, put them in here, and on the side I have boiling water in here. That's 175 liters of water in that pot on the boil, and we are going to be adding the vegetable broth into that boiling water. To boil that up, you have to add 2.5 teaspoons full of the vegetable broth, plus we are going to be cutting some onions, which we are going to bake in the pan, and we're going to add that broth mixture to the baked onions with mustard, and let's see what we have here. And we're going to be adding salt and pepper. To the vegetable broth. And once the vegetable broth is finished, we are going to add the broth to the potato salad to give it its flavor. So we are going to be continuing on cutting these potatoes up. So I'll probably be using a bigger knife. Here, that's a big knife for cutting potatoes. We're going to be cutting 2 potatoes at a time. It'll go quicker. Now these are hard-boiled potatoes, and these are good potatoes for making potato salad, or you can use these for making baked potatoes. I wouldn't recommend you to buy potatoes that are soft, because they will crumble up and get all mushy for making a potato salad. So that hot water over there is almost on the boil. But we're going to continue on cutting the potatoes. As you can see here, I have them all sliced up nicely. We're going to continue on slicing. And we're going to put these potatoes into that little bowl that I showed you there a while ago. It's this one here, where we are going to put the potatoes in at the moment. So let's finish these up. As you can see, potatoes are well sliced up. That's the way they should be. So we have here 2 more potatoes that are going to be sliced. So let's put these into that little bowl. I'm going to add a little bit more water, because this looks too little. So now we're on the boil by 200 liters of water for all those potatoes, because we have more potatoes than we have water for the broth that we're going to make. Now this video will be going under one of my cooking channels or cooking videos. I have done a fruit shake before and I have uploaded that to my channel on YouTube. So I probably will be doing more cooking videos in the near future. Let's see how it goes. So let's get this dirty knife all washed up. So now we have a clean knife again, which is what you want. Nice clean knife. Let's put these potatoes now into that little bowl. Now we are going to be cutting up onions, which we are going to be baking in the pan later on. Now I have bought onions. These are leek onions, not the regular round onions that you can buy in the store. These are leek onions, they call them. So we're going to be cutting up some of them. So let's get cutting. I like to use these onions because they have a little bit more flavor to them. As you can see, my onions okay, let's cut some more. I think we're gonna need more onions. Now these onions will give a lot of flavor to your potato salad. And later on we're going to be baking some raw ham, chopped up and diced. Now these are pre-diced ham. You can buy them in the supermarket. Pre-diced means you don't have to dice it yourself. So this should be enough onions for my salad. Let's put this away. In the fridge. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the pre-diced ham that you can buy in the supermarket. You don't have to dice it yourself. This will be baked in the pan together with the onions. As you can see, I'm going to put this up a little bit more. These will go into the pan, will be baked, and we are going to be adding mustard here to the broth to give it even more flavor. We'll be mixing that in. So now we are waiting until our water is on the boil. think we are going to be using this little bowl for our salad later on. Yeah, we are going to be using all the potatoes that we have sliced up. Fit in nicely. They fit in there nicely. We are going to be making our salad in here. Now we need a stirrer. We're stirring this. I will take you over to the pot. As you can see, my water is here on the boil. Now I'm going to grab a spoon here and I'm going to turn down the heat, and now we need to add in two and a half tablespoons of that vegetable broth. So I'm going to get the spoon. I'm going to stir that in there. I hope the camera is on focus. I'm going to put it up like that. So let's take the paper off of this. And let's get that all stirred in there. There's one. There's two. And there's a half. Okay, let's close this back up. Put it back. Now we're going to be stirring this up. Let's put up the heat once again. Bring this to a boil. I'm turning the heat up to 10. So as you can see, it's red hot underneath that pot. So once that gets to a boil, we're going to be adding our mustard. And mustard, you need a half a teaspoon. So let's turn down the heat, maybe to 3 on the stove. Let's put in that mustard, half a teaspoon, that's enough. Let's stir that up. So now it should look something like this. Let's put the camera back on its stand here. Give that another stir. And we need vinegar. We need to add some vinegar in there. And vinegar, you need 2.5 tablespoons of vinegar. So let's put in 2.5 spoons of vinegar. So this is going to be my vinegar. We're going to drop it in. 1, 2.5. Not too much vinegar, otherwise the whole thing will taste like vinegar. We don't want that. Okay, let's bring it up to another boil. Put that up to 11. Now we don't want your potato salad to taste all vinegary. So we're going to boil that up once again. Okay, it's slowly coming to a boil now. Now we are going to get some olive oil, because we're going to be heating up the pan and pouring that olive oil into the pan for baking our raw ham and our onions, because that's going to be our mixture for our potato salad. Now I'm going to put the mustard away again, back into the fridge. And as you can hear, it's boiling up. Give it another stir. Now that should be enough. Let's put that over here and get the pan on. Now we have a pan sitting there. We have our olive oil, which we're going to be using for baking. Let's open up the ham here. Maybe half of this. Looks like this. So once that pan is hot, we are going to add in the olive oil. I'm going to turn this up to 12. 12 is the highest you can set this stove to. As you can see, it's at 12. We're going to leave the pan on there, get it hot, and put in the oil. So as you can see, the pan is kind of getting hot, so it's time to drop the oil in. Not too much. Let's give this pan a little swirl to get the oil everywhere where you want it. Let's heat the pan up a little bit more, and then we are going to add in our diced ham to give that potato salad that extra flavour. So our pan is now nice and hot. We're going to add in or diced ham. Not all of it. Just turn the heat down now. Now we have the ham in here. We're going to add in our chopped up onions. Like so. As you can see, looks like this. Let's stir that some more. That smells good. Not just that, it also tastes good. Now I'm going to add in some pepper and salt, which is required. So let's add in some black pepper. This is what you need. Black pepper. Okay, let's do it this way. So people can see. And we are going to add in some salt here. Not too much. We don't want to have this all salty. Give this a little bit of stirring up, so everything is mixed pretty good. And now we are going to add in that our vegetable broth and boil it up. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of the pot and boil up our broth with the chopped onions and the chopped ham. Let's bring this to the boil, because we are going to be using that. We're going to be using that for the potatoes. Now let's get something to mix. Let's get a spoon, 2 spoons for mixing up the salad in a minute. That broth will be mixed in here. So this is what the broth looks like when it's on the boil. I'm gonna let this cook for a bit. Put you guys on pause. Alright, this broth is nice and cooked up now. You want to cook it for about 5 minutes. And now we are going to use this guy here, and we are going to try pouring this broth over our potatoes. So let's get cracking. So let's get 2 spoons and mix this up. because everything is going to have to be well mixed up. And this will have to sit at least a couple of hours so that the flavor will go into the potatoes. So let's get the rest of this in here. Okay, let's mix it up some more. Now it's just a matter of mixing it up. You don't want to break the potatoes at this point, because the broth is hot and the potatoes may break and all crumble up. So we don't want that. We want the potatoes to stay in their condition that they're in. So matter of mixing it up so the flavor will go everywhere. And now this will have to sit for at least 2 or 3 hours before you can eat it, because you want the flavor to go everywhere in every single potato. Now I'm going to cut up some parsley. I had ordered chives but they didn't have it, so we're going to be cutting up here. We're going to be cutting up here again some parsley. So let's get the parsley out. Here I have some fresh parsley. You can get that at the store. It's already fresh, washed and packaged. And here is the parsley that we're going to be chopping up. Now let's get chopping. Now you might want to cut this very, very fine. Now I would recommend you to throw these away, because these are no good. The stems, that is. Now I'm going to chop this a little bit more. And I'm going to sprinkle this chopped parsley over my potato salad for more flavor. So let's get the camera back to the potato salad. Okay, back at the potato salad, and we are going to sprinkle our parsley over the salad, and we're going to give it another mix. So as you can see, I'm sprinkling the parsley over my salad. Let's get it in there. And this is what it looks like with the parsley. Now let's give that another mix. Now if you think you didn't add enough salt and pepper after tasting it, you can do so. Add a little bit more salt and pepper for your liking. I'm going to leave this sit, like I said, and I'm going to taste it after it has sat for a couple of hours. It'll be nice and cold, and then you can really taste it. Now that is how you make potato salad, and I hope you have liked the video, because I might be doing more videos of this kind in the near future. So I hope you liked it, and we'll see you in the next video.